Hey Aquarius, welcome to your November reading. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Rising, Venus. You can check out your other placements for additional messages, as this is a general reading. Messages may or may not apply, so it's best to take what resonates, leave what doesn't for the next person. We're going to be taking a look to see what messages need to come through for you guys for the month of November. See what you guys could be currently dealing with, as well as what you can expect. Get some insight, wisdom, guidance, and overall see what's going on for Aquarius, Sun, Rising, Venus for November 2021. Any messages, please, for Aquarius for the month of November? Any messages for Aquarius, Sun, Rising, Venus for November 2021? Any messages for Aquarius, Sun, Rising, Venus? Wow, the deck doesn't want to shuffle anymore, so let's see. Any messages? Give me a second, there's something in my eye. Okay. Any messages for Aquarius? Whoa, we got the shark falling right out. Water energy. Messages for Aquarius, Sun, Rising, Venus. The stingray. Oh, there's a decision that you've been avoiding. That's what I'm getting right off the bat. Messages for Aquarius, Sun, Rising, Venus. We also got the rabbit. Okay, so Aquarius, there's some sort of decision that you've been avoiding and it's going to keep on coming up until you make up your mind. But the reason why you haven't made this decision is because you're afraid of the outcome, or something about this is like you're terrified. We have the lizard at the bottom. We also got the vulture and the starfish. So there is the energy of you guys in the, oh wow, and the phoenix making another appearance. This phoenix has been showing up for a few signs. It came out in Libra's reading, it came out in Cancer's reading, and then we had the butterfly come out for a couple signs. So it's like there's a lot of transformative energy collectively. And of course we are in Scorpio season now, so of course we're gonna have lots of that transformative change, 8th house kind of death, rebirth kind of energy, and that's kind of what's been coming through in these November readings. I'm like, damn, like everybody's going through big changes. And a theme that I've noticed for Libra's reading and in Gemini's reading is like there's definitely a major life decision to be made. Maybe yours is more about like a relationship, as we have double water coming out. All right, actually triple water if we include the starfish. Okay, so some of you have a decision to make, and this decision is about letting something go or releasing something, cutting something off, or yeah, I kind of feel like this could be about like a relationship. And I think some of you are hesitant to, because you're worried about what others may think with the starfish, feeling a little bit insecure or a little bit hesitant to, because like you're worried about how others may react based off your actions of letting something go. There is also the energy of kind of isolating yourselves with a lizard, kind of just hiding away, being on your own, kind of in hermit energy, hermit mode, spending some time just by yourself to think and contemplate and try to figure out where am I going, what am I doing. But let's talk about these main cards that came out, and we're going to clarify and dig deep as to what's going on here. But yeah, like right off the bat, what I feel from this is like, first of all, the stingray is a decision about your current situation, where you are, and if this is what you want, or if you know deep down that you need to step out into the unknown territory. And with this decision, it may be really difficult to make because there could be other influences, there could be people that are involved, there could be a lot of things to consider, and so it's not just like an easy decision you can just, you know, decide, fuck it, I'm gonna move, packing my shit, and I'm gone. It's like, you gotta worry about selling the house, and you gotta get rid of all these things, or who's gonna take what. Like, there's so much to consider. It's not just like a simple yes or no. It's like you gotta cross all those T's, dot all the I's, and it is very overwhelming. But the thing is like this decision's gonna keep on coming up, or this thing, whatever this is, but for some or most of you, it's some sort of choice that you have. It's going to keep on coming up until you decide on which direction you're going to go down. The shark does ask for you to be honest, for you to speak clearly and communicate what's on your mind, because let's be real, nobody's mind readers over here. If there's something that's bothering you, if someone in your life, whether this is in your romance, family, friendship, work, I don't care, but if someone is like offending you or hurting you or upsetting you, making you feel uncomfortable, any way, shape, or form, it's important that you speak the fuck up and lay down the boundaries, okay? Because let's be real, no one's mind readers. Yes, some things are common sense, common decency, but other things, it's like if there's something that's bothering you or on your mind, it's probably best that you communicate and be straightforward, okay? So don't be afraid to be straightforward. I know it might be scary or uncomfortable, and you might hold yourself back, or you're in your head like, oh, maybe I should just shut up, maybe I'm overthinking, over analyzing, overreacting. No, you're not. So just speak up about what's on your mind, okay? Challenge yourself to do that. But yeah, so the shark, there is something that is bothering you, and you might be trying to just like suppress it or push it away and just try to move on with your life or whatever, no big deal, but deep down this thing is eating away at you. And deep down it's like, I know I gotta make a choice, or deep down I know I gotta do something about this. I don't really know what to do though. So it's also important that you really use your intuition, because I feel like a lot of you are actually struggling with hearing your intuition because you're so caught up in your mind that you can't stop your thoughts. You can't seem to shut off for just a moment. You can't have a peace. You can't have a moment of peace because your mind is constantly racing and overthinking and considering all the options. And it gets overwhelming. It's just like, ooh, I feel very like tense and very jolty. You know, rabbits, they react and move very, very quickly, and just like jumpy too. So we're gonna get clarifying and dig into this and see what's happening and try to get some insight so we can move through this, you know? So let's take a look into this shark and see like what's on your mind. What is it that's kind of like lurking in the depths that you kind of have been ignoring or trying to push away, but it keeps coming up? What is this? Tell me about the shark for Libra, somewhere in, oh, sorry, I keep saying Libra. Aquarius, somewhere in Venus. You may have Libra in your chart. I just did Libra's reading, so that's probably why I'm saying that. But tell me about the shark for Aquarius, somewhere in Venus for November 2021. Tell me about the shark for Aquarius, somewhere in Venus in November 2021. Tell me about the shark for Aquarius, somewhere in Venus in November 2021. The deck doesn't want to shuffle anymore, so let's see. Got the shark for Aquarius, somewhere in Venus in November 2021. We have the Two of Wands. Oh, Two of Wands. So like I said, this is about a decision. There's a decision that you've been avoiding or procrastinating on making, or you just keep pushing aside, hoping maybe you don't have to make the decision, but not making a decision is a decision itself. You always have a choice, and even not making a choice is a choice. So tell me about the shark for Aquarius, somewhere in Venus. Seven of Wands backside. Tell me the shark for Aquarius. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So 2 sevens coming out. You might be seeing a lot of those kicking around. Tell me the Ace of Cups. So this might be about a relationship. Tell me the shark and the Tower backside. Notice how the Tower is completely fine. It's just a new... you're going through some sort of awakening or realization. And with this realization that you are feeling, and this is Scorpio energy, and we are in Scorpio season now, it leaves you with a choice. Right? Okay, and at the bottom we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you're going to be getting clarity on something. Nine of Wands and the Three of Cups, Lovers. This could be about a commitment. This could be about a relationship, romantic relationship, or someone you're intimate with, someone you share history with. But it's some sort of commitment or something that has an influence on your day-to-day life, okay? So yeah, Three of Cups, Nine of Wands, Ace of Swords. We'll get to that after. We'll talk about that after. So let me just set this to the side for now. So I think this is about a relationship or your feelings towards someone or a person that you're dealing with. Like your perspective on someone can be changing. And your last couple readings, Aquarius, I know, like, maybe, I don't know what your last reading was about, but I know 2 readings in a row with you guys recently, it was literally the same kind of message of, like, a leopard doesn't change its spots, a zebra doesn't change its prints, like, you know, that kind of message that came through, and I'm like, is this the same kind of thing going on here? Because we do have this energy of you guys having some sort of realization, or your perception on something is changing, and it is quite unexpected, and it's like, okay, so it's like you come up, or not come up with, but you realize something about a person, about your feelings, about a relationship, your emotions, right? And it's like, even if you try to ignore it or suppress it, you can't forget whatever this realization was. Like, it's still in the back of your mind. Like, let's say that you found out the truth about someone. Maybe they lied to you. Maybe they lied to you about something. Maybe it's not even that big of a deal, but deep down you know that they lied to you, and maybe you even have proof to back that up. But that person who lied to you hadn't actually told you the truth. You found out the truth on your own, and so they haven't actually come out and told you, hey, this is actually the truth about a situation. So you're around this person, but deep down you're like, this person hasn't told me the truth. Like, they lied to me, right? And so your whole perspective on this one person is changing, because you're like, wow, like, why would they lie to me about something like that? Even if it's something big, small, whatever. But like, again, just an example, it's like your perception on someone is changing, and you're kind of just sitting with it. 7 of Pentacles, you're sitting with it, thinking about it, trying to see, like, is there another way that I can look at this? Like, you've invested lots of time and energy into something, but you're now kind of like at this point where it's either I keep them in my life or I have to let them go. That's kind of what I'm feeling from this. It's like some of you have the choice to stay in a relationship, stay in a friendship, keep this connection in your life, or let it go. And like, part of you doesn't want to, but deep down there's something eating away at you. And so again, it's requiring you to either be honest with them or be honest with yourself, or just, if this is a person you're dealing with, be honest with them. And if it's not anything to do with another person, this is something to do with you, your emotions about yourself, or something about your feelings are changing this month, okay? But then we have the 7 of Wands backside and the 2 of Wands. Yeah, so lots of fire energy coming out here. It's like, I just have to point out in this 7 of Wands, notice that there are cups spilt here. Cups have been spilt. So there's some sort of loss. Yeah, it's like whatever you may have found out, or whatever this truth is, you feel like you can't go back. Well, yeah, that's true, because whatever this is that you are discovering here with this Tower, you can't forget. Once you've opened your eyes to something, once you've recognized something about a person, maybe you recognized a certain cycle that you've been in with them, and like now you can't seem to forget it, like you can't move past it. It's just, that's kind of what it feels like. You can't move past whatever this is, and it feels like a loss. And then we have the 2 of Wands, so now it's like, you're okay, great, you're at a crossroad. Now what do I do? Now what do I do? Because this choice is not only going to affect me, it's going to affect the other person or multiple people, right? That's what it seems like. Ace of Swords, 3 of Cups, 9 of Wands. For some, okay, and obviously this is not going to apply for everybody, but since we do have this kind of energy of loss and truth, or I did throw out the potential, maybe you found out someone lied to you, right? And this is just like a little storyline, not going to apply for everybody. This is something that just came to mind, right? And I normally don't get this energy, because sometimes people are like, oh, there could be a third party situation from a 3 of Cups, and it's like, no, this is like a celebratory energy. But then when it comes out with the Ace of Swords and the 9 of Wands, and I was talking about maybe you found out the truth about someone, maybe someone lied to you, maybe someone's hiding something from you, and maybe you got solid proof, solid evidence, I gotta throw it out there that maybe that's part of this, right? Maybe you found out some sort of truth. Maybe this person has an addiction. Maybe this person has problems with drugs, or whatever, or third party situation, whatever the fuck. But now it's just like you can't seem to move past it, and it kind of feels like you're left with no other choice but to kind of cut something out. We'll see where this goes. But yeah, it just feels pretty intense, you guys. Alright, tell me about the Stingray for Aquarius, Summonizing Venus. Tell me about the Stingray for Aquarius, Summonizing Venus for November 2021. Tell me about the Stingray for Aquarius, Summonizing Venus in November 2021. Kind of the Stingray, we have the Queen of Swords backside. Oh, I feel like you kind of have to turn your emotions off, or take your emotions out of the picture, and like look at things exactly as they are. And it almost kind of like you got to be a cold-hearted bitch for this. It's like, ooh, tough love kind of. All right, time at the Stingray for Aquarius, Summonizing Venus. Okay, we got, whoa, Queen of Pentacles backside and the Nine of Wands. Time at the, what am I saying? Time at the Stingray for Aquarius, Sun, Rising, Venus. Six of Pentacles backside again. We have the Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the Hanged Man backside, as well as the Knight of Swords, Eight of Wands. So there's definite change, and there's lots of reflective energy, as well as even, let's say that you do have this major choice to make about a relationship. I'm also kind of picking up on family energy or partnership energy, someone you may live with, right? Maybe you're seeking out guidance or advice from other people, trying to figure out what is the best move here. But then it looks like eventually you'll get some sort of confirmation, or you'll make up your mind here, because then we have the Eight of Wands and Knight of Swords, which is fast movement. Underneath that, just out of curiosity, Page of Swords backside. Okay, we're going too far, but I just want to see if there's anything else there. But yeah, this just, some of you feel like there's just such an imbalance. Giving, and not really receiving. And so at some point, you're gonna have to ask yourself, like, what's the cost? Me constantly sacrificing and giving and receiving nothing in return, or like your perception on someone's changing, your emotions about a person, they're starting to change. Maybe if this is regarding a relationship, your feelings towards this individual, it's like maybe you're not even really feeling this relationship anymore, and finding out certain things about them or recognizing certain things about their behavior or how they treat you, it's not attractive anymore. And it's just starting to get more of like a pet peeve. Like what got you attracted to the person in the first place now is just annoying. Like now it's just like, this person, they used to be stubborn and played hard to get, but now it's just fucking frustrating. It's like, you won't even meet me in the middle, it just, yeah, you guys, ugh. I'm also feeling like we got these two queens out here, and maybe this is two different energies, but it's almost like they have their back towards each other, like refusing to compromise, refusing to find a middle ground. And so there's such an imbalance. And so it's like, well, fuck it. Like, what's the cost? And there's this frustrated energy. You're like, I've sacrificed so much. You may even feel very vulnerable or even taken advantage of. Your kindness, especially. When we flip this card over, we can see that they've been like offering help. And so you may have helped an individual out with a lot of their current circumstances. Maybe you gave them a home to stay in, a place to stay, especially like since, the last few years. I know a lot of people have struggled with work, been laid off, or haven't been making as much money. And so maybe I'm just throwing another scenario here, another thing that's just kind of come into mind, a storyline, take it or leave it. It's not going to fit for everybody's situation, but it's like maybe you gave this person a place to stay and you really helped them out, or maybe you paid some of their bills, whatever, right? And now they're going around treating you poorly, or they won't compromise with you, and it's just like, wow, like this is how it's going to be after everything I've sacrificed. Went through hell, look at his head, right? Damaged. Put his own needs aside to help someone else, right? You may be putting your own needs aside to take care of someone else, when really you should have been taking care of yourself and getting your shit together. But out of the kindness of your heart, it was taken advantage of. Like, that's how some of you may feel. And so now it's just like your guard is completely up. Oh, yeah. It just feels very sour, like a sour taste. And it's just like there's so much uncertainty of like not knowing. Oh wait, this was at the bottom or whatever. Where is the other cards? I don't even know. I'm just gonna keep them all. But there is something that's changing here, or like this foundation, Four of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. There's change here, and the change scares the fuck out of you. And it's crazy because the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, this is like amazing energy, but with all the other cards surrounding it, it's like, damn, it kind of takes away, right? Because this should be like, oh, stable, solid foundation, happy and celebratory, but with the other cards around it, it's not. Something's in balance. Maybe this is how it used to be, or this is where you like to be, but no one's meeting each other in the middle. No one's compromising. And so it's like, well, we can't get to this place if we're not trying to work this out. We have our backs turned to each other. So something here needs to change, or this is finito, you know? And so someone's actions might be speaking volumes, right? Like, maybe you're receiving the silent treatment. Maybe it's like you've tried and they're just, again, like, there's just lack of compromisation. It's just nothing's happening. Nothing's going anywhere. It's frustrating. It's annoying. It's stressful. And, yeah. All right, so let's take a look into the rabbit for Aquarius, summarizing Venus for November 2021. Tell me about the rabbit for Aquarius, summarizing Venus in November 2021. So, like, you're really in your head. You're like, what do I do about this situation? Feeling burdened, feeling heavy, feeling stressed and anxious, worried. Not sure what's the right move. Kind of the rabbit for Aquarius, summarizing Venus for November 2021. We have the Page of Pentacles backside. Tell me the rabbit for Aquarius. We also have the King of Cups backside. I'm going to make sure that it's not all backside. It shouldn't, because I mixed it up. It's not. Try the rabbit for Aquarius, summarizing Venus. We have Judgment coming out. Try the rabbit for Aquarius, summarizing Venus for November. We also got Death. Wow. Let's get one more for the rabbit. 10 of Swords. Oh, and there's a card on the floor. I didn't even see that. We have the Chariot at the bottom. Give me a second. We have the King of Wands backside. So we got two kings. Wow, are you kidding? So we have two kings backside. We had the two queens backside. We have a King of Wands and King of Cups, and then we have a Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. So there's a feminine energy, and then we got a masculine energy, and both of them are backside. It's like there's such, like, no one's moving. No one is trying, like, okay, maybe someone, it feels like no one's moving. Like I said, I'm like repeating myself. Like, no confirmation, nothing's changing. It's just getting more frustrating. It's like hitting a brick wall. So, definitely with Judgment, Death, and 10 of Swords, this looks like there's a final ending here. 100%. Final decision being made here with Judgment. And it does feel like this affects people involved in the situation. If this is in your home life, right, maybe you live with multiple people, it's going to affect everybody who lives in this place. If it's just a relationship, well, it's going to affect you and the other person. If you have a child or children together, may affect the child or children, right? But it does feel like as if yeah, like this is coming to an end. This is kind of what you were fearful of. Maybe you spoke up, maybe you confessed how you were feeling or something that was upsetting you, and instead of them meeting you with compassion and patience and like trying to work it out, this person just like completely lashed out on you, right? And just like, wow, okay, I see how it is. I see, and now you left me with no other choice but to leave this behind, let this shit go. It sucks. It is pretty bittersweet. And I feel like this isn't the first time this has happened. Just with this 10 of Swords, the backside of the 10 of Swords, it's like kind of almost looking back at past times or past signs, red flags, or even events leading up to the situation, knowing like, this something feels off, or maybe in the past this has happened before, but not to the same extreme, but you kind of seen it coming, but you hope that maybe things would be different or things would change, but then it just resulted in the same outcome or the same situation. Except now this time it's finito. Enough damage been done, and there's no going back, there's no turning back from this, and yeah. Damn. Alright, and at the bottom of the deck we had the Chariot, Four of Pentacles, Knight of Cups backside, as well as Justice coming out. So yeah, it just seems like, okay, this is the energy of letting go. This is the energy of moving away. This is the energy of release. Release of, I feel like this is a relationship of some sort. For some, this is more romantic, but I feel as if, like, the romance isn't there anymore. Like, I kind of said a while ago how certain traits you found attractive in this person, now it's just, like, it's so disgusting now. Like, you can't even look at him anymore. It's just like, oh my god. Anyways, it feels really heavy. We have Scorpio energy. Sorry, we do have Scorpio energy. Wanted to say Cancer as well as Libra out here. But yeah, it just feels like, okay, fuck this. I need to move in a new direction. I need to get out of this. I need to let this go. Like, I just gotta go. I gotta go. There's a bigger reason as to why this is happening that you just don't see right now. Things are going to be balanced out. Maybe not right now, and it may take a while for the scales to balance, but there is also major lessons being learned here, and a cycle is coming to a close. Because for some, this was like ongoing. For some, this is just like a repetitive cycle that you were stuck in, and you hope would change, and maybe you turned a blind eye and made excuses for someone, right? But then as soon as you had that tower that came out earlier, right? The tower with the eyeball, your perception, you having some sort of breakthrough or realization or awakening that, hey, nothing's going to change. They keep showing me their true colors. I can't continue to keep making excuses for them. And that's kind of what your last few readings have been about, Aquarius. I can't lie. So maybe you've been really struggling with accepting the situation for what it is, but now it's like based off their current actions and just everything that's unfolding, it's like you can't deny it, and you're recognizing that something here needs to change, because staying in this is only going to do more damage. But of course, you have your free will, my dude. But basically what I'm seeing here with these cards is, yeah, like this is like a goner. It's over. We have a crow right over here, symbolic of death, ending, rebirth, renewal. But the sun, I like how the sun's in this card, which means like I kind of feel like blessing in disguise, although you may not see it at all. You might be like, bitch, you are talking out of your ass. Blessing in disguise? Pfft, no, my life's over. And like, it may feel that way. It may feel really fucking dark, but there's some sort of blessing that you may not see right now, or down the line, you're gonna understand. Like, I just have to keep expressing that, like, trust in the bigger picture. I don't know. Of course, I don't know your situation, what you've gone through, so sometimes that doesn't apply. Like, you know, you don't deserve this shitty treatment and whatever, but I'm just saying, it's like, with the sun popping out throughout these cards is like, the sun is like a healing energy. So anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. Oh, gosh, really heavy energy for you guys. I'm sending you guys all my love. I'm gonna grab a fairy message and wrap this up, but really intense. But I feel like you kind of seen this coming, so I don't think it's all that much of a surprise, but you kind of had hoped that maybe things would be different. But lesson learned, right? We don't take no loss, we take lessons. No L's, only lessons. So any fairy messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising Venus in November 2021? Any fairy messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising Venus in November 2021? What fairy messages does Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising Venus need to hear? Any fairy messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising Venus for November 2021? Alright, we have the Singer of Chalice, number 12. And let's just see if there's anything else. Teom the Poet and Flaff the Flutter. So Flaff the Flutter, let's talk about that one first because I'm the most familiar with that card. So Flaff the Flutter actually talks about major change and kind of feeling ungrounded and the need for you to get grounded. The Flaff the Flutter talks about massive change, being thrown in a new direction or in unknown territory, feeling ungrounded and needing to root yourself. Otherwise, you're going to get carried away in the current, and that is not good. So, yeah, there's like a lot of uncertainty right now, but it's important for you to really trust yourself and trust in your own decisions and do what's going to be best for you. That's going to bring more peace in your life. Because that Ten of Swords and all of the stubbornness, the lack of compromisation, meeting each other in the middle, feeling like you can't even be honest or speak your truth without, like, you know, getting some sort of reaction. That's for some, right? It's just so unfair, unbalanced, and just like, yeah, you gotta get out of there. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. Some of you are really needing to massage your feet too. This represents like your root. Sit your ass on the ground, get some nature meditation going on. You could really benefit from that. So Tam the Poet, this does talk about clear sight, seeing things exactly as they are, but this also does talk about trying not to be too serious, but this situation feels very serious, so it's like, oh, don't take it so heavy, but it's like, that kind of feels insensitive for this situation. It feels really heavy, and like, you guys are going through it, so I'm not gonna say that, like, you have every right to feel the ways that you do. So we're not gonna say, oh, don't take life too serious. It's like, you know, that's not doing any good. That's not helping anybody. Oh, get over it. No, you can't just get over it. The fuck? Wave a magic wand and bibbidi bobbidi boop, my hurts are gone, my pains are gone. Like, that's not how it goes. So it's so, like, anyways, this is time for you guys to really step out of your comfort zone and do some exciting things, especially to take your mind off this stressful and heavy energy. Really focus on yourself. Focus on your needs. Focus on, even with the Singer of Chalice, this talks about the need to fill your cup up and replenish yourself, nurture yourself, and take really good care of you. So it's time for you to really put yourself first and do the things that you really want to do, things that empower you, things that give you the strength. That's what's going to kind of keep you centered and aligned with yourself and grounded, despite all this crap and all the bullshit that you might be dealing with, Aquarius, and all this shit. All the bullshit that you could be dealing with, Aquarius. What you need to focus on in the month of November, despite all this crap, is yourself and your wellness. Tam the Poet's a very creative energy, so maybe try and get into some sort of creative projects, or where you can express yourself in a creative and freeing way, where you can really channel this heavy energy into something positive. I think that would also really benefit you, okay? So that's what I got for you guys for this reading. If you guys found this helpful or insightful, please let me know in the comments below. If you guys are interested, you can follow me over on my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot, and I'm gonna let you guys go. Sending you guys all my love, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.